Alright, there's a total of 15 combinations. I only did one. And then there's 7 different electrolytes. So I'll be combining 2 of these into one. It's my new 2 cells. This is brass and aluminum. And we got copper and steel. I'll try and get through them as quick as I can. Alright, this is copper and sea salt. 0.68. Let's put a charge to it. It's climbing slowly. Alright, let me disconnect it. Okay, she's dropping. And she's slowing down. Much better. Alright, I'll come back to this one later. Alright, Coca-Cola. Let's put a charge to it. Wow. Shot right up to 2. She's bubbling in there. Alright, let's see what happens. Disconnecting her. And she's going down. Not good enough. Alright, peroxide. And remember, you're only seeing a short version of this. I actually do other things. I mess around, try to charge them for longer periods of time and stuff like that. Alright, it was like 0.12 or something when I charged it. Let's disconnect the power. Oh, yep, not good enough. Right, chlorine. We're getting stronger into stronger solutions, so this has got better numbers. At 2 volts, it's only taking 1.5. Remember, I'm going to test this a little longer. I'm going to disconnect this. Alright, disconnecting. Alright, on to the next one. Quick note with the chlorine, when you discharge it, she'll come back to a volt. And she... Okay, potassium hydroxide, potash. Let's try charging her. Well, she's not taking much current, is she? Or much voltage. Let's disconnect her real quick. Okay, I'm impressed. We'll check back later here. I'm going to mess around. Alright, now she's taking 1.85 volts. I've been charging it for about maybe 3-4 minutes. Let's see what happens if I disconnect it. No, this one's, so far this is the best one yet. Huh. See, my copper plates turned dark. I was sitting there charging it. It was at like 1.1 volts, and then all of a sudden it started taking more juice. Anyway, alright, it's been about 5 minutes. It's slowly ticking down, but it went from a half a volt to 1.8, say 4, charging it, and it's just slowly creeping down, and that's with a 6-to-1 ratio. So might actually come back to this one and try a stronger. Well, actually, we're doing sodium hydroxide next, which is the strongest of the alkalines, and then we'll go straight to sulfuric acid after that, finishing up. All right, sodium hydroxide. It's like 0.37. Let's apply some voltage to it. Oops, let me get the right lead. Here we go. All right, whoa. Turn this down a little. Seven four. Let's give it a little bit. And I'll give her amp and a half. Actually not. I'll leave it at that. She's climbing. This thing is still really warm. I just made it so. Alright, let me just disconnect this real quick once, see what it does. Alright, it's disconnected. Yeah, it's going down pretty quick. Alright, this one might not be the greatest, but we'll see. Alright, just like the other one, this one started climbing really fast too. Let's disconnect her. Oh, okay. Looks like it's going to be along the same lines as potash. But even so, when I put like a load on it, it just dropped. Anyway. Alright, this one acts pretty strange. If I put a load on it, it'll sink all the way down to like 0.32. Then I'll try and charge it again. It'll get to like a volt, and then it'll stay that way for, God, like 3 minutes. And then all of a sudden it'll just pick right up, and then it'll go back to 182. I'll show you what it does actually when I put a load on it. All right, I'm going to take the power off. Alright, she's dropping. Okay. I'm going to put the load on it. You'll see how fast it drops. Well, actually, it's not dropping that fast this time. It's dropping pretty fast, though. Okay, that's about where she'll stop. 0.34. I'll take the load off. And if I charge it again, well, like I said, she'll get to a volt and then stay there for like 3 minutes. And I have to put this on an amp and a half. Right, I'm going to compare it to this cell. See how that acts. Let me hook it up. Alright, I have this cell hooked up. This one's actually doing pretty good. It's been like this for 3 days. 2.16. I'll hook up the same load to it. Let's see how she acts. Oh wow, she goes down super fast. Huh. Okay. And she recovers super fast. Okay, well, that's what we should expect, I guess. Or at least half of that. Alright, battery acid. 0.46. Ooh, let me turn this down. Well, actually, I think we're going to have to go amp and a half on this. I'm going to give it a here. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes here. I even have her on 2 amps. She's not doing nothing. Alright, brass and aluminum. 0.51. Charging. Alright, let's disconnect it. Oh, you're not good enough. Right, Coca-Cola. Charging. Right, disconnecting. No good. Alright, aluminum and brass. This was the higher one, 1.47. When I first hooked it up, it was at 0.78 or something like that. It's been slowly climbing, and I'll leave it climb a little more before I add power to it. Alright, I think I'm going to add some power. Sick of waiting. And I can't test the hydroxides with this because of the aluminum, but I can test the acid one, so the next one will be the last one. Alright, adding power. I'll give it a few minutes and I'll disconnect it. A few seconds actually. That didn't raise very much, did it? Alright, let me disconnect it once. Huh. Yeah, not good enough. Alright, side note on this one too. I'm going to put a load on here. She drains down to like a volt. Of course, it's not strong enough to turn this light on. And when I disconnect it, you know, she'll climb back up to, that should be like over 1.5 volts. You might not need to charge a cell like this. You'd need a whole bunch of them though. Alright, battery acid. 0.22. It's the last one. Let's charge her up. I'm going to give her a little bit too. Alright, it's been over 5 minutes and 2 amps. Nothing going on. I'll disconnect the power. Wow. Drops like a tank. Even worse than when it started. Alright, well, that's a wrap on these two.